Hey, welcome everybody. Subscribers only chat. Me and Kathy figured it out. And then we created a whole nother live stream, but she fixed it. How's everybody doing? You want to roast? It's Sunday. It's a good day for roast. Rump, good old ass Lori rump roast. Blah. That's for Jacinda. I said it for KJ and everybody else. How's everybody doing? I'm early. Not. I went and printed off all y'all's comments who went on KJ's wall or her community tab. And y'all, I was like, I started reading them to Jason. I was like, wait, I don't really want to read them out loud. I don't want to read them now. I want to wait. But I did. I read them. I can't help myself. Y'all are freaking funny. It's time to let off some steam. Right? I mean, it's decompression time. It amused me. Since it's the month of amusement. This is because we all know Lori Daybell. She amuses. She finds it amusing, obviously, right? Hey, okay. Let me go up here and say hi to Ron Hensley in Language of Horses. Good to see you here. Jennifer, thank you for being here. And Kathy, they're the moderators. Mount up. I've always wanted to say that. Tina Reddington, Kathy, of course. Gloria Fritz, how you doing? KJ and the Ray. Let's see. Cunning Linguist, good to see you. Tom Vaughn, nice to see you, Mr. Tom. La, la, la. Y'all are funny. Oh, Lori has found a way to recycle her feminine products. Just rinse them out in the sink. She can rinse them out in the toilet. I don't know how to do it where I don't have a dang double chin or whatever this is I have going on over here. let me stop messing with stuff. You know? You would think one would learn. Anyways, I don't know. I feel like I'm all up in it. Okay. Gloria Fritz said, yucky, KJ. Juju and Lioness, Elsa. Welcome. Crochet and Bammy, how you doing? I've gotten all your messages. And you crack me up. You crack me up, woman. We figured that we would do a subscriber only chat. It just kind of puts another level of protection. You know, this whole Lori and Chad's group, they were all about protection. I wish their parents would have been about protection, but anyways. So this is a roast tonight, One Man's Trash. Yes. I don't really know. I mean, I'm going to read y'all's comments and just let you guys, and we're all just going to riff. It's just, I was going to continue on with the Mike Stroud stuff. But I needed a break, you know? I mean, I've just had to kind of pull away from it and kind of catch my bearings a little bit. Cause, for sure, she was triggering as always. She never lets us down. That's for sure. Lori has, it's like adding salt to the wound, basically. But I do thank you guys for being here during the live stream, which I was late for, but I scheduled it an hour early because I know me. And I'm not a morning person either. So, but you guys, y'all turned my morning upside down. I mean, right side up, turn the frown upside down, that thing. And just reading your comments out. Some of them I read out loud and pissed a few people off, and that's okay. That's normal. But you guys were freaking awesome. And so just thank you for that, y'all. That was basically a roast right there. That's what gave me the idea, was just seeing everybody's comments during the court hearing. So how you doing, William Sullivan? Welcome. Judah, I guess that's Judah, Jutta. How you doing? I think I passed up. Rowan to you. Good to see you. Dawn Spencer, welcome. K-Tech, Brenda Ruby. Hi, how you doing? So, I mean, also, if anybody, well, Kathy, I would have to ask Kathy first, but I kind of have to ask her through here, right? So, Kathy, would you be willing to, never mind, I can do it. It's right here. Let me not do that to my brain. Grab the invite link or whatever, and if anybody would want to come on, that's good too. One time I put it out there not knowing, I put the guest link out, and that's, we had on accident that day, it was KJ and Isabella Galt, and I think DJ Norman, like everybody kind of, and that was accident. That was just by me not knowing what the hell I'm doing. That was me teching, me doing my tech. And so there's that. It was good though. It turned out really good. I mean, I was just like, oh crap. Gigi from Pretty Lies and Alibis came on. I was like, oh, I don't know how to stop it. So I need to go watch it. I found out Crochet and Bambi. Jen's video freaked me out last night. I now think I've been hacked. I'm so sorry that happened to her. Right. She's been really tripping. And for good reason, you know? I mean, that's scary, really. When you think about it, how much do we put into our phones? And I say this guilty as all get out. You know, I always say I can control the world from my phone. But hackers gonna hack. So, I mean, it really is scary. So just everybody do everything about protection, continuing on with protection. Yes. Good. Her smiling at the court appearance made me so effing angry. She is sick, really sick. Yep. I agree. I think we all do. Hey, Rombo and Miss Terry, how you doing? Hey, TS Jackson 72. It was good to see you last night. Let's see. Larry said yeah, that y'all, the court TV thing. I mean, yeah, somebody had asked me about it. Big E had asked me, you know, if my parents were going to be on court TV that night. And I was like, I don't know, you know? And so because he asked that, I was like, well, probably so, you know? And then I wasn't able to watch it that night because it was the day of the hearing, Tuesday. And, uh-oh, can't hear anything. Uh-oh, I hit the wrong thing. Wait, Sand Willow said can't hear anything, or is it just me? Can y'all hear? It's so violating. Yes. And it's like a repeat. It's just a repeat cycle. And it's going to be like that. You know, I'm sure from now on to the end of time, you know, as long as we have to continue to see her, and we do, and him too. I can't wait till they see each other and they can entertain each other with their looks. You know, and then you're I'm doing it on the wrong damn hand. Well, I have my ring on, but your Lori Daybell hairband bracelet. I mean, a ring. Nothing says I'm committed like a jailhouse freaking wedding ring. At first, I thought it was one of those silicone rings, right? Oh. And you know, she purposely was like, or whatever she did, trying to act like she was engaged and concerned. And see, y'all, and that's exactly what I worry about. I don't worry about it, but I know me and I have a very animated face, right? And so I was thinking, oh my God, I don't have the resting bitch face. I don't have that. Um, I can, but I have to concentrate on that. But just it's normal for me to just uh, I'm very animated. So I had worried, I had thought about it before, like what is it going to be like with her in the courtroom? I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to hide my facial expressions. So, whoa. But she beats everything. Hello from Canada. How you doing? Baby doll love. Glad to see you here. Thank you. Just from the live stream last Tuesday, it was like 68 subscribers. We have 68 new subscribers. So that's really good. I was actually kind of going down for a little bit. I was like, okay, it happens. We're not about quantity. We're about quality. That's the way oh God, that scared the stuff out of me. Okay, KJ's here, guys. So let's say hi.
Are y'all ready to roast the queen?
Get after it, because I suck. Go for it. You probably already have a whole presentation prepared.
I don't have a presentation, but I know that queen's sitting in her jail cell this evening.
Right? Yes. Yes, she is. And for that, we thank you. Thank you, jail system. Uh,
There
I
was do you remember, Cresha, the photos that Nate Eaton took at East Idaho News as she was coming out of the building?
mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a girl that was standing there with her phone up, and she just some everyday girl. And I've got a picture. I kind of zoomed in on her and stuff. And I think she's going to be my new hero. She's just standing there as Lori walked by, and she's got her phone up there taking pictures of her. And I thought, man, could you imagine somebody standing there? She walks by with that smirk on her face. I'd have stuck my foot out and tripped that little whore.
Right. Right. I get it. I mean, I do. I get it. When like in March of 2020, when she passed in front of my mom and Larry, with the Hawaiian leis or whatever that were specially made for them. I remember you
Yep.
asking about that a long time ago. And I mean, I know everybody was like, just put your foot out. It takes some restraint, and sitting
Yep.
behind chat, like the times we see just sitting in the same room, breathing the same air. It's like they're not worthy. Yeah. But
Well, I can tell you right now on court TV when they had that body language expert and that psychologist is sitting
yeah,
there saying Lori's living in a delusion and all that. I'm like, get for real, woman. Don't you know evil when you see it?
this is her. This is her. I mean, roll out the red carpet. This is her. This is her. Wow. I mean, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Nobody understands. We don't get it, and that's why we're like, why? And we ask the most rhetorical, redundant, questions. We're just like, why? How? Who?
Yeah, when you have these professional psychologists, psychiatrists coming on these shows saying Lori's out of her mind, she's delusional, she lives in an alternate reality and all this crap. The bottom line is she is just a diabolical evil hussy. She's not mentally ill. She
Right.
might have a mental illness, but
Yeah,
she's
but
being treated. It's not untreated mental illness. And I'll tell you something else. What she really needs is someone to name Jap Slapper. That's what she needs to be. She needs to be slapped back and forth for a little while. Knock
right.
that dang ponytail off her head.
She looks like a damn Shih Tzu. I'm telling you, I think that's the dog, right? I mean, just with the little, like the little. My daughter had littlest pet shops, and in fact, they're in that closet right there. A whole box of them, and there were tons of them look like that. So I mean, I'm just saying, poor dogs. Poor
Right,
dog.
right. The dog is a lot sweeter than what she looked like. She's sitting there
Yeah.
dang. I don't know. I'm telling you right now, there ain't no Shih Tzu look-alike on this woman. She's just a shitty woman. Ain't no
Yeah.
Shih Tzu to it. Sorry, y'all, but I'm here to roast, and if you don't like
I,
my language, I apologize. It's
it
not.
just is.
This is not reflective of Cresha. Okay, this is just an old country girl over here talking. Okay.
But I'm definitely thinking it, and I could say a lot worse, but I have to tongue in cheek kind of thing.
You've done the right thing, and I know you well enough to know that there were times that you probably wanted to say a lot, but you just
I
have
do.
more integrity than OKJ. You see, you've got more integrity, and you
Mm,
understand there's a bigger picture as it relates to your family. And
yeah,
please don't get me wrong. I
you
totally,
do
you know
too.
how much I love you and your family,
Yep.
but I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't holding back on this hussy. She she
Right.
she she needs to be roasted. Nobody
It.
on YouTube has roasted her. They might have thrown in a cute little comment here and there, but right here we've got subscribers on here right now that needed to hear all this. We need to blow a little steam off.
Right. This is not for her. This is for us. So take it. I mean, the one thing that does also help me is the monetization because they were like, but I don't even know the guidelines on that. Even I kind of slip up a little too much, and I try to keep it clean. I don't know if Larry's in here, and it is just, but I say so many things when nobody is present, or when I'm off camera or whatever. Um, Geez, I mean, I can say some stuff. That's why I can't really talk because I feel like my tongue is tied because I can't really just you know unleash because it's colorful language is what it is.
Yeah, well,
But
this
it
this
makes me feel better.
yeah, this Candace Parr on here says you should have done your makeup at least. Gosh, Lori. And then she says Jody Arias, Perryville, Arizona. Well, maybe Lori will end up there in Arizona. I doubt it though if she spends life in prison in Idaho. But I'll tell you what, I thought I'd seen it all with Jodi Arias, but Lori just sitting her bouncing up and down in that chair and
Hold
acting
my
like that.
beer.
And what's strange about it, Cresha, is before that court TV thing, I'd been saying that she looked like she was scared shitless in the courtroom. To me, she just looked like someone who was scared. And then when I saw Larry on court TV say that he thought she was scared, I thought, well, now there you go. We're on the same page. Y'all, I'm telling you, Lori can put up that facade all she wants. She can put her little hair up in a ponytail. She can act like a little cheerleader all she wants. But the woman is going down and she knows it.
Exactly. I mean, look at that. That's ugh. I don't know. And yeah, you're right. I looked at it as she is a very Lori was a very active person. This woman never sat still. The however many days we stayed in Austin, Texas, whenever we stayed at a ranch, and Uncle Charles had just married her, and this was our first time meeting her. This is back my daughter was a baby, like 3 months old. And so 2006, yeah. And I remember, and I mean, I vaguely remember because I've slept a bunch of nights since then, but I vaguely remember that she walked at least her and her mom for sure. Barry, don't I think he went with them, but I mean that's a long time ago. I just always it looked like a bunch of ducks basically following Lori, and they would go walk 3 times a day. And I'm thinking, at that point I was like, well, screw it, I'm just going to be me. We drink, I smoke, I drink, and at that time, um, all that, and it was just they say that people can't make you feel a certain way, it's how you feel about yourself. But really, they look down on us. And y'all can see that when Lori walked into the courtroom the first time, and every time, really. But really, that first time is what just really got me. When she walked in front of my mom and my dad and the whole world, and she was gloating and just, oh my God. And I was like, what is that? Where did she learn that behavior? It's a learned behavior. Where did she pick that up? And why is she gloating the way she is? There's no reason to gloat. And that's exactly how she looked. She looked like she had her nose in the air, just like she did, and her parents did. And I mean, when I first met them, this is back in 2006 when she first met my Uncle Charles. And nothing's changed with that. She's just way more arrogant, way more ego. I don't know if it's because she was told that she is exalted or what. I really don't know.
Well, Jim Mar says so. She's manic, but Carrie Ann wanted to ask, do you think Lori has ADHD? Do you,
Hmm.
Crescia?
I do. I have ADHD also. So yeah, that brings me back to that point. I do think she has ADHD. Um, but the fact that she was so active, I mean, she was always going. And for her to be kenneled up like the Shih Tzu that she is makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside right now. It really does. Another thing I thought of earlier today was, you know what? This woman despises cold weather. She cannot, I mean, like, she hates it. It would be like 80 degrees and she was cold. So always keep that in your mind. And the cherry on top is that her trial is during freaking wintertime in Idaho, United States, like,
Yeah, well, I'm sure her attorneys are going to get her a nice fuzzy sweater to wear.
well, good.
You think?
I hope so. I hope so. A stray jacket will work.
Kim DiMaggio says she has a way of getting people she interacts with to feel sorry for her and advocate for her.
Mhm.
Well, Kim, let me tell you this. Court TV, when Kay and Larry was on there, Kay said, I don't know what it's like to be Lori. In other words, to me, I felt like, Kay was saying, I could never bring myself to even go there to be so evil and diabolical. And
We
then Larry
can't.
turns around and says, well, this isn't no beauty contest. And that just spoke volumes to me. I don't know who's advocating for her, Kim, but I totally get what you're saying. I just don't know of anyone. I mean, if there's someone online in the social media world that's advocating for her, they need to stay the hell away from me, because I mean, everyone has a right to do what they want to do, but I sure don't want to hear it.
Yep. Right. Right. This Kim, this is what makes me not want her to go back to Arizona. I don't want her to be warm and fuzzy. I want her to be cold and miserable. I mean, and I hate that. I hate to say that I want somebody to be miserable, because that's just not me. Mine's not to wish anything bad on anybody else, even though she's done what she's done, allegedly. That's just because I mean, I don't want to get sued by anybody. um,
Well, they can come after me all they want, but when you got like Language of Horses says, I hope someone tells her how we feel. I guarantee you, Language of Horses, she knows. She knows what's been said. She
oh,
knows what's out there in the public realm. The woman was back, just as Crescia said the last time that Crescia was on live stream, about running her hand from her toe to her head about
mhm,
this. I hope this is
a
worth a
million
million
bucks.
dollars, and she
Mhm.
thought it was more important than Kobe Bryant's death and all that crap. She
Who?
first
I
thought
mean,
that's what it was about.
she's full of herself. Much you think?
But
It's just
she
like,
cannot get away from what is going on and how bad she looks. And so she has to do this extra smiling and
yeah,
wearing this thing on her finger and acting like the world's viewing her. We're looking at her in disgust.
exactly. We're looking at her because she's a damn train, and we're like, what is that? What is that? We're trying to, and I've seen it over and over and over again. We try because we don't have those tendencies. We try to think that, okay, well, you know, she'll break down, she'll have a normal human emotion. And time again, she in fact does not have a normal human reaction or emotion. It's all about her. And I'll tell you what, I've learned a lot of things about narcissism. And I'm just like, yeah, it's really gross. It's really bad. That's whoa. And to be, but I guess what gives it a little more context is that the religious aspect of it. okay, if she was not in a, this had nothing to do with religious things, and she wasn't, trying to push that off. Um, okay, but because she brought the religion part in, that's when you're like, wow, did you sleep through every, you know, seminary class? What the hell did you do, woman? You know, and Chad too. It's just that ego is what got it and what gets it every time, right?
Right. Bo Peep says maybe they can lay down some straw and put a couple of elks in her cell to keep her warm and cozy. Well, Bo Peep, that's funny as heck, but I wouldn't wish that on an elk. That the elk is liable to be rated dark, and the next thing you know, she's asking one of the guards to give her some duct tape and garbage bags.
Right, right. It's that this woman is a freaking nut job. A nut job. Don't put any sheep in there with Chad, though. I'm just saying.
Or
Yeah.
any animal for that matter.
No
He's
animals.
got
Yeah,
he's got Bubba to contend with,
he
don't you
needs
know?
an innie, not an
He
outie.
he didn't want Bubba to get upset with him, don't you know?
Right. And Roma Hydro says, imagine how many Chad and Lori put on their black zombie list. Anyone who would go against them. Yeah, my mom was on that list, and I didn't realize that. I mean, it just didn't like register, I guess, for me until I read that infamous Reddit email. And y'all, I don't know, just I get in these moods where I really can't think anymore. And I had just found out that Todd's or JJ's biological mom had died, and I just kind of sat here and I don't know, I just did it. I read it out loud, I guess. And I still go back, and that video cracks me up. It makes me laugh every time because I'm like a freaking, like I heard it for the first time, a freaking portal in her closet, like so she can go visit his ass, and I'm just like dying laughing. But there's all this emotional stuff going on in the background, and that's it's bad. It made me realize that. And I mean, I want to get to the funny stuff, but this is part of it. um I was using this case to distract myself from JJ's biological mom dying. Like, that really bothered me. It really hurt, um because Mandy was a good person. She may have made mistakes as a parent and in life, as we all do, but it's just like another casualty, I guess you can say. But I used that infamous Reddit email to humor me, I guess, to amuse me, if you will. And it did just that until at the very end. I didn't even know I was going to start crying. And then I leave it. I left it in there because I was like, I want to show everybody that this is real. And it's hard to put on, a I guess a happy face, not really happy, but a brave face. And still there's life going on, but that's everybody. Everybody has the same issue. So mine's no different. It's just in public. That's all.
Well, I
And
think you're doing great, girl. I really do. And it's hard. It's hard to pivot into trying to bring some laughter or to create a vent session or whatever for us to get things off our chest about how we feel about this. Just as I said before in on KJ and the Ray, amusement for the month of August, I just couldn't do it. I tried so hard, I just couldn't do it. There
yeah,
was nothing amusing that I mean, so I posted like my dog getting groomed and things like that because I was trying to distract from it because we have all been immersed in this case. Because the
everybody.
reason is because we love you, we love the
Mhm.
family, we have a
Yes,
heart for the victims.
we
That's really
believe
what
in
it comes.
justice. We do. We believe in justice. And it, I mean, this is how I assume, I just picture it to be like this. Like, it just really pissed a lot of people off. And it should. If it doesn't, then we're off as society, and it seems to be really going, you know off the beaten path anyways. Everything's just getting a little crazier, and we accept a little more, accept a little more, accept a little more, and then to where it's like we hardly have any filters. And like before the murders happened, I never would even look up. I wouldn't watch the news. I was like Melanie Gibb. I'm just picking. Ain't nobody like her. But I would not watch the news on purpose because it would give me anxiety, and I just couldn't take on problems that were beyond me. But this woke me up. I see a lot of things. I know I don't see all of it, but I mean, I have a good picture of whoa, really what is all out there. And I used to think that not knowing was good, and I was wrong. Knowing, at least you can kind of be aware of it. You can kind of, try and find ways to prevent things and whatever. And it is what it is. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Love
Well,
you too.
Karen Boardman kind of summed it up in one word, and that is wackadoodle. And Lori is wackadoodle. It offends me when a psychologist comes on and says that she's
Yeah,
delusional and all this and that. The woman knew
like it
exactly what
changed
she was
all.
doing. She
Right.
knew
It doesn't
exactly
excuse
what
it.
she was doing.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse it. I see what you're saying. It's like, yeah, well, she's got this, and this allegedly, but it's not a solution. We will never know. I really, in my heart of hearts, don't think that we will ever know. I don't really think that I want to know. I really don't. I'd rather
Kay,
just hypnotize.
Kay, would you please let Larry know that Wayne watched y'all on the court TV, and I am telling you, it just physically upset him to see Larry that way. You were so strong, y'all were so well spoken, but
I was
when
worried.
Larry was talking about that and it, about wanting to bring the kids and have a final burial, my husband, he's very tenderhearted,
Mhm.
and it just really bothered him, and he was like, well, maybe I should text him and tell him, hey, how are you and stuff. And I said, well, let's just, let's kind of just let that go a little bit, because
Yeah,
I knew how upset, and my husband was upset about it, because he
yeah,
feels very close with Larry. And
yeah.
it really, really bothered him. It bothered me too, but I mean, you should have seen my
Right.
husband when we
It's
watched it.
he's not as usually engaged as you are, right?
No, I said, honey,
Yeah.
I want you to watch this with me, because and we sat down on the couch and we watched the whole court TV thing with Kay and Larry, and I was so proud of them both. They came across, Carisha, and said everything that needed to be said, to
They
let
always
people
do.
understand. And for Vinny to say, well, I couldn't, he
Yeah.
said, well, I didn't know it was torturing you this much, or something to that effect. And I thought to myself, come on, Vinny, you've seen it all. Can't you see this hurts people, hurts the family and all that? But I get it. But I think it threw Vinny for a loop. I
I
really
think so
do.
too. I do too. I do like Vinnie Politan. I do.
I
Uh,
really do too.
I like the way he just, and what, just I like the way he talks and stuff. And um, I really, I don't know. When I watched the court TV thing, I didn't watch it that night. I watched it like the next day, and it was, I want to say the next night actually, when it premiered on YouTube. And so I couldn't see my mom because I have the chat on my TV, right? And it's on the right side, and that's where mom was. So I couldn't see her when I watched it by myself. But then when Jason, got around, he was mowing grass and stuff. And whenever he came in, I was like, you want to watch it with me? I'll watch it again. And so he watched it with me. And then, I mean, I've really never seen my mom like that. That's what got me.
Because
Um,
she did look beautiful and she did look strong. And I was so proud of her, and I was very proud of Larry too. I'll tell
yeah,
you what, if that doesn't, if that doesn't touch everyone around the world, to have truth. I mean, these people are speaking truth. Kay and Larry. I mean, it slices through everything, and it really makes people understand.
it brings you back to ground you. I want to say, it's like reminders. We're reminders of their lives, you know? We're reminders that these people were real. We're real. This is real, and a lot of times, I mean, even sometimes I can, um, not really detach, but I kind of get a little too immersed, and I have to kind of do a lot of introspection, do a lot of reflection, and it always grounds me, centers me, and brings me right back to focus. And it's to be a voice for them, for Tylee, Charles, JJ, Tammy, and Joe, because they lost that right, and that's the
Well,
only way to do this.
yeah, you're out here, Kresha, crunching it. I mean, you're out here doing everything you know how to do,
With them
and
empowered, yeah.
you're being such a good voice for all of them. You really are.
Thank you.
Okie dokie says Kay and Larry and Kresha have become all of our adopted family. I'm so thankful for them and the grace and strength they show.
Thank you so much, Okie dokie. That was so sweet. And I mean, I feel the same. I feel the same. Um, I know
Jean,
Larry has shared that too. Mom and Larry have shared that also. That,
yep, Jean Panek says Kay and Larry are role models
mm-hmm.
for how to be strong and classy. And you
uh,
too, Kresha. You're my strong Louisiana sister.
hey,
I just
Lord.
miss you. I miss you. I miss you.
I know, but I wish I could go to Tennessee and we could roast her big time
Oh, we're gonna see
across
each
the
other
campfire.
again. We're
I
gonna
know.
see each other again. It's gonna all work out one way or the other. We'll
Yep,
get to
that is
see each
correct.
other again.
That is correct. There's 120 in here, so thank y'all for subscribing. Also,
Cunning Linguist says yes, Kresha. This is home for a lot of us.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad. I mean, because you guys make this home for me also. I mean, this was the most intimidating thing to me at first. I was like, "Oh hell no, no!" But then I was like, "Well, you gotta do it," And I just couldn't. I couldn't just sit back. I couldn't just go on with. It's like I don't know. It's like I'm unable to focus half attention here, half attention there. That's just not who I am. I'm whole assed, and I mean I say that, and if I mess up, it's all the way. If I do good, it's all the way. I do it with my all. Not saying it's the right way, but it's mine, and that's the only thing I could do because I felt so helpless. There's nothing you can do. You can't. I couldn't find the kids. Not being here in Louisiana, and everything. Life was still happening. Jason had a major surgery. um, Things were still going on. I still had kids, they still need to be fed and go to school and things like that. They have to eat 3 times a day now. I'm just kidding. But it was just hard. It was hard because I like to help also. Every one of you guys here, you are people who like to help. That's why we, are here. That's why this community is here, because we like to help others. Um, and so I just couldn't protect. I wasn't worried about me. I was just worried about my mom, my dad, the kids, just everybody. I couldn't protect everybody. And that's something I learned the hard way. It's just, it's not like it is in your mind. You're just like, well, if I hurry up and just learn everything I can about everything, then it can't surprise me either. That's another thing, to try and stay ahead of things so you don't get sucker punched, because it's Lori. It's like Lori and Chad all over again. Sucker punch, sucker punch, sucker. You never knew. And we still don't, you know, that's, we just take it as it comes, and it just is what it is. I don't
Well,
know. It's
I
hard.
can tell you this right now. If it'd been me on court TV and it'd been my family members, Vinny would have shut me out real quick, because as soon as they talked about her turning around in the seat when she left the courthouse and smiled for a picture, I
Mhm.
would have told Vinny right then and there. I'd have
I'm
slapped
done.
that look right off her face. I would have,
Done, Jenny.
they would have gotten mad at me for saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be talking about violence and all that." Oh, really? Well, we're talking about children. We're talking about innocent adults. we're talking about this woman coming in here and acting like that. It was worse than anything I'd ever seen. I thought I had seen it all with Hawaii when she come in there after being extradited back from Hawaii.
That's great.
But
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Actually, there is a body language expert. Only one I've found until Court TV started doing body language experts, which I think it was the last couple weeks or whatever, or last couple times. And her name is Bombards. Like she has a channel. It's something ghost. I forgot it. I'll remember it though. But I went in, I had to like sign up for membership. It was like $10 a month, you know, kind of like Patreon or whatever. And I went in and I, you know, watched it and I was just like, I wonder why nobody else is. Is it just me or is it, it's like, how come body language, those guys, I can't think today. I don't know. I don't remember.
are they two
Body
guys?
ghosts. They're 4 guys, and
Oh,
they do so well. Body. Oh, they did Dr. Phil.
is it Body Ghost?
No, that's the. I want to say
Kim DiMaggio says Body
ghost
Ghost
language.
Profilers.
Ghost language. I don't remember. I'll think of it. There's. I can go look. But I just need you to talk if I do.
Body Language Ghost. That's not it.
I think that's it. And
Okay.
no, I think that is it. But she's done one and it was on a couple of a couple appearances by Alex and Lori. And you know, she was like, see this little curl, you know how the lip curls up like this, and you know, but I mean
Behavior panel.
yes,
Behavior.
that's
What
them.
Kathy and Stephanie B said. And Kim
Thank you.
DiMaggio.
Thank y'all. Behavior panel. Yeah. I mean, they've done everybody else. And I'm just like, why is nobody, I wouldn't want to touch her with a 10-foot pole myself. But, you know, I just found that odd because everybody else treats it like a piece of meat. Why not them? You know,
Yeah, well, I
as
think it'd
far as
be
views
hard.
and
Even if I went to school to learn body language and stuff, I think
mhm.
I'd be too biased. I think because I'm just I have contempt for this woman. I just do. And I really do pray about it. But I just
Mhm.
want y'all to know that when I gear this and I say these things about her, it's because I'm thinking of the evil. That's what I'm thinking of.
Mhm.
Okay. That is what is
For
so
you.
disgusting to me.
Yeah. 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 She's on Bombards also, Diane Nolan. Yeah. But Body Ghost. Crap. I'm still not going to get it. But anyways, yeah, she's the same one though. She has a YouTube channel and then in Bombards, I guess that's the name of the platform. I don't even really know. But Body Language Ghost, that's her name. So yeah. And she's the same one that has the Bombards thing that Diane Nolan right here is saying. And I mean, I remember getting that probably about over a year ago, and I watched it because I mean, it is interesting. And like you said, 85% of body language, that's how we talk. You know, and me and Jason are the world's worst. You know, I'm like, what? You know, and he's like, I didn't say nothing. I'm like, well, your face did. You know, and my same for me. And so it ends up being a crap show sometimes. You know, because I don't know how to put this down. You know, I don't know how to just have a poker face or anything. Never really had to. Actually, when I try to be serious is when I bust out laughing, which brings me back to Lori. She was pent up like the
Oh, I'd
shit
say
too.
she's pent up all right. I think she's having a hard time figuring out how she's going to get her rocks off. Sorry, y'all. I just said it.
It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, that amongst everything else, you know, um, she's just she was a very active person. So again, find comfort in that because I mean, she can do laps around her cell all day.
Well, yeah, well, she can't turn letters like Vanna White. She's got to dang lift that toilet seat up and down, and remind herself she's a translated being who can have bowel movements and all that other stuff. And I ain't even gonna go there. I'm holding back, girl. I'm holding back.
Yeah. I know. I feel you. I feel you. But I mean, it's even just the mindset, just putting in everybody's mind, like, hey, it's time to reset. Let's stop carrying this with us. Let's shake it off as much as we can, because
You're right. You're right,
it's
Bo
about
Peep.
us. It's about healing, and so this is part of healing, in my opinion. And I agree with you, Candace. Par, I think that's why too. You know,
Did she look skinny to you?
she's always
Crocheting Bambi. Bambi says she was really skinny too. I bet she's not eating much. I hope she's miserable.
right.
I bet
Well,
she's getting her special meal because she don't. She, goddesses, they gotta have special food. They
I
don't have.
mean,
They can't eat the sack lunch. They gotta
right.
eat the veggie
The
style.
vegetarian, yeah. I mean, and nothing against vegetarians, I get it. But we're talking about Lori Vallow here. Lori Daybell, I'm sorry. No, no, no.
Yeah, well, one of those entries, I forgot who it was, said the never eat steak again kit.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
So
Of
it's
course, I
on there.
I
It's on there.
oh, I'm gonna
That
pass
was
over
pretty
it.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna read some of these comments, guys. So let me put the picture up real quick, of kind of with this little not a contest, but just, I mean, it's just for fun. This is for fun. It just kind of came to me in when KJ was doing her live stream, which was it Thursday or Friday?
Yes, it was Thursday.
Okay, and I don't know. I mean, I'm always thinking about things. My mind always does that. I always think of ideas and things. So I was like, I kind of offer or threw it out there during the chat on KJ's live stream the other night, and then afterwards she was like, "Are you serious?" Like, yeah, I am. And I mean, I guess why not? Why not? Um, it's an incentive. It's to make fun of, because I don't understand it. You don't understand. We don't understand why they did what they did. Again, I don't think I really want to fully grasp it. Um, I don't think I can, you know. And so it's just a way to just diffuse the situation, to decompress. I don't do it often enough. Um, and so, I mean, we all have regular life going on, aside from this right here and everything else in between. And so I think it's healthy. It's definitely not going to hurt us. So I'm trying to look for it and I can't find it. There it is. Okay, so you know, I, I have fun. I go in my Canva app and I let me take this comment down. I go and make stuff. And so just looking at all these pictures, I'm just like, God, the faces of Lori, it is gross. She is sick. And I noticed right above her right eye, um, there's like a cut, like a scratch or something. You can really see it, and when she's in the cop car, smiling with her teeth, you know. Hold on, I got to get back to where I was. Okay, and so this is the kit I was thinking, and now this is just an example. Okay, example of items to include in what we're going to make up. It's a limited edition, so it's not going to be very many. It's just an idea. It's just to kind of get rolling, and this will help with my travel expenses and everything. So also, so there's some incentive. It's a win-win. Because we can sit here and crack jokes at it, make fun of it. And I mean, I was thinking people who are not able to attend the trial, y'all can wear this at home and send pictures, or whatever, however we do this. And so the fashion glasses, we can do Jolly Ranchers for the do-it-yourself lip gloss on the go. We got the black hair tie, prison issued wedding band, to throw samples and stuff. And we have the Kool-Aid blush rouge, the brow liner, which is a brown pencil color. Deodorant. I watched this girl the other day on a YouTube channel who was in prison, and she's like, there's so many things you can do with deodorant. And I was like, really? And so you take deodorant, and she said you wipe it on like a magazine with the color pigment, and it lifts it, and then you put it on your eyelid. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then handcuffs. I was hoping I still have to do some research on that and see if I can find some handcuff bracelets or something. There's something to do. And that's where I have channeled my creativity is I go into my Canva app or my PixArt app, and I just I make stuff. I make portal thing. Yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. Y'all be like, God, Lord. I used to make memes, before I got to YouTube. I did. I made a lot of memes and the little GIFs, GIF. I don't ever know how to say that, but you just do what you got to do. That's why I appreciate the laughter and people making fun of, and I mean, because it's weird. It's weird. Some people, when somebody gets hurt, and sometimes we laugh, right? I mean, I do. Sometimes I remember my first husband was getting a tattoo, and it was like right there on under his arm, and I laughed that's all I did. I was just like, I shouldn't be laughing this hard, but I found it very, very amusing and very funny.
Yeah,
And
Jennifer says be great for those that stay at home to send in pictures, and we can make a family album for Kay and Larry and Crescia.
a book, y'all, I'm all about that. I still haven't forgot about that book idea where everybody sent in, and I mean, I've got it. Let me finish the thought. Send in. I'll have to find out how many words or less, but we'll compile a book. It'll be a book from you guys, and I'm gonna put it together. I'll put it together, and we'll put it for sale.
That's
I mean,
pretty awesome.
I think it is. I think it is, and I think it's a way to, get those feelings out, put them on paper, get them out there. You had no portal included. We got the court portal. That's enough. Yeah. Oh yeah. Plus instructions for the bondo, right? Oh my God. Okay. So y'all are talking me up. I can't look at it. So I'll just keep on.
She
Yeah.
uses mashed potatoes to fill in her lines.
I'm gonna need it before long. I mean, Janice. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I said this out loud. Whenever Janice and Summer appeared, whatever, where they couldn't ask Lori where the kids were because the phone call was being recorded, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Well, I couldn't ask her because then it would implicate she's guilty. I mean, that's the stupidest. Oh my God. But anyway, so I'm looking at Janice and I'm thinking, okay, well, look for the kids there and her wrinkles, like I'm just a jerk like that. But
When I think of Janice, I think of cottage cheese.
I think of Peg Bundy. I think of Peg Bundy with the right. What the hell happened? I don't know. That's where it started, and that's where it should have been sewn up. Okay, that's my honest opinion. If she just wouldn't have procreated, we'd all be better. Matching rubber bracelets. I like that. Jean, she cracks me up with her some of her things. Oh my Lord. Just y'all all crack me up. A do-it-yourself portal, empty refrigerator.
Amanda Metters, are you laughing at my cottage cheese joke?
I love it. Well, she said a do-it-yourself portal, empty refrigerator box. I used to play with empty refrigerator boxes all the time. I have a lot of memories from those, they're good, fun, and they're wholesome.
Sam Willow
But
says Janice looks like a scary doll from a horror movie.
ooh, good one. Good one. Yes. Yes, I concur. Yeah. Chad's near-death experience was when he was when he was near the death. So sad. He's a liar. Yes, I agree. I don't really feel like Chad had a near-death experience, but he will. I take comfort
Hmm.
in that. They both will.
Chucky is very much more prettier than Janice, though, Philly. Don't you
Mm.
know?
Oh my god, y'all are funny. I wish they would just I wish the comments would just like show up on screen. Just automatically.
Karen Boardman, are you talking about Bride of Frankenstein?
Hmm. Doctor Who had a great portal. Well,
Uh,
right? Well, I mean, they just oh my god. When I heard portal and zombies, y'all, I was like, okay, this just turned into a sci-fi movie, you know? I didn't
I
know.
thought the media had went wild with that. I didn't want to believe that when they started releasing that stuff, especially back when they released about, the Charles was talking about that
Yeah.
email that Lori sent to Chad that was supposed to be from Charles. I thought when all that
Mhm.
started coming out, I thought, this is getting crazy. Is the media doing this? Is
Isn't
this
that
really what this is about? And then as the evidence started coming in and the dumps started happening from Chandler and on, I thought, my God, this is really happening. This is
yeah.
real.
That you no need to dramatize any freaking thing, right? That's why when people do dramatize it, I'm like, mm-mm. A lot of us are like that. We're like, no, no, it shouldn't happen on any case, right? No clickbait, things like that. I mean, there's enough. There's enough. Um, and it's like we just want more, 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 you know? But I mean, the way I'm going about it is I mean, yes, the more comes in, and then I get overwhelmed because I want to cover it all, but I can't. That's just not possible. Um, so I try to just reflect and come back to center and just say, okay, just where did things go wrong, you know, and how can I help others so that they can I really don't even know where I'm going with that. You know, I don't know what God has in plan in store for me. I've just taken it as it comes, and I'm just winging it. Really, um, it is what it is. I don't know where this goes, but it gets clearer and clearer as we progress and move on. Um, I do get really scared and nervous about the court hearing. I mean, the trials. It's like I wasn't at first, but like now things are starting to sink in, and I'm like, oh crap. But
Rombo Hedro said, I saw Alex's interview at Chandler Police today. I ate my flip flops.
right,
How could they could let him walk out the door is beyond me.
right. Yeah, that, and it's like you get to see that picture a lot more clearer as you get more knowledge, more understanding about the mindset of these people, and you see what all they got away with. And I mean, I feel like this is just a drop in the bucket compared, you know. That's scary. So I don't know, but yeah, I would eat some flip flops too. I have some on my feet right now. we'll, we'll all need shower shoes.
Right.
Hmm. And you can also take a toilet paper roll, you know, once it's done, the little cardboard part, and that's hair rollers also.
Well, I'm sure Lori's used a lot of toilet tissue, her being a translated being and all.
You know, she don't poop. Which we all come on now. When you heard that for the first time, when you heard that she was a translated being and that they don't eat and they don't they don't sleep and they don't poop, what was your first and go?
I'll tell you exactly what I thought when I realized that this was actually something she believed in. I thought this woman has to go to the bathroom. It's just like physiology, And so she's sitting on the toilet at some point wherever she's living, and she must zone out or something and not realize that it's coming out of her behind. I don't know how she would not know that the poop is coming out.
I mean, what does she think? Never mind. Don't answer. That's rhetorical.
Yes, that's a rhetorical question. You don't
I
want
know.
JJ to answer that.
I know. Yeah, I know that I'm starting to not have to do that. I can't do that everywhere. Yeah. I mean, yeah, these questions we ask, also are just, uh, it's like, I feel like, I know we go over a lot of the same things over and over, and we add things, more and more as we go along. And it's like one day I feel like it's just going to jog something loose, and somebody will be like, "Oh, yeah." And it just helps to me. For me, it does. That's why I go over and over and over it again until I'm content, you know? It's just, I don't know. I'm like that with everything. Jason's like, Crush. He was like, you don't stop till you get your point across. And I'm like, really? I didn't really know.
Well,
But
Zero, Lori might not be eating much, but I don't care if you
mm-mm.
only eat one bean a day. You're going to go to number 2 sooner or later.
Well,
You
and
just
especially if Rombo says, "Can I send Lori some magnesium to loosen up her stool?" Yeah, I think you're being a good Samaritan. You know,
send her a care package, Rom. Give her some
right?
X-Lax.
Uh
The
huh.
little that look like little chocolate bars. Get her that.
Right, but she don't eat. You know, I mean, I just what the hell does that woman think in her mind?
and Barbara
And she
Porter
might
says
steadily
Lori doesn't.
discontinue himself.
Yeah,
I
Barbara
think.
Porter says she doesn't fart either.
Well, she must fluff. She fluffs. No, wait, I saw a meme, and so I must say it. It's not very ladylike, but it's she whispers in her panties. There you go.
Hey, Karen Boardman, Chad probably does eat a lot, but he's got to keep himself cleaned out, if you know what I mean. Bubba's around, you know?
Bubba keeps him clean. Bubba keeps him clean.
It's
That
like
pooping,
using a plunger.
bringing up old poop. That's what I say about Julie Rowe. I'm like, oh Lord. Or anytime somebody brings something up, I'm like a plunger bringing up old shit. That's a good laugh. Good. I've been laughing like that too. I watched America's Funniest Videos and I can't believe it made me laugh. But it did earlier. I'm grateful for times I can laugh, right? She
Well,
goes,
sugar
oh
butt
my God.
starburst. If she's constipated, then that means that she's got that kind of that brick feeling down in there, and I guarantee you she's feeling it in her breast implants. Eventually, she's got 3 bricks to deal with there.
Oh my
You know it.
God. But I saw T.S. Jackson 72 and it said she goes silent but violent. I mean, come on. Come on. Makes my freaking mouth hurt.
Oh my God.
Oh, mom.
Idahoan Rebel Girl or whatever. I don't know how to
Rebel
say it.
girl. Rebel
In
girl.
Fremont County Jail, they get the same thing to eat every single day: Hot Pockets, TV dinners, and pot pies. Well, I'll tell you what,
I can't go into
I don't
Hot
know how to say
Pockets.
your name, but she better eat the living heck out of that pot pie, because her time's coming. When she goes to death row, she'll be lucky to get a hair sandwich there, if you know what I mean.
Right? Right. Yeah. I mean, y'all. Oh my- what you see? Yeah, mom, I know. I know. Do
I
you have
know,
any
Kay, but
mom, do you have anything you want to just roast her? It's a Lori roast. We're roasting Lori. So get it in. It's subscribers only. So you'll be forgiven here. We can always delete it. But get it out. Get it out. You know, it's hard though. I mean, it's easy. I can do it behind closed doors, but it's hard to do it in the public. It reflects on who I am. And so I try.
Kay,
But I
don't
feel
hold
like
it
I'm in
against.
good company.
Hey, Kay, don't you hold it against Crusher that I'm saying these things in here, because I'm roasting her.
She knows
But
I'm
I
worse.
will say this: I'll change the subject and say, Kay, you're one hot mama now. You look so good on that
Mhm.
court TV. You're a beautiful woman. I'm gonna tell you that, and everybody on here. If Kay Woodcock's a beautiful woman, put 1 in the comments right now. Everybody that thinks Kay Woodcock is a beautiful woman, put it in
And
the
if you think I'm
comments.
my mother's daughter, no, I'm joking.
Come on, guys.
That's a joke.
Put a 1 in the comments if you think Kay Woodcock's a beautiful woman. Look at all those ones, Kay. You're number
Yeah.
1 woman. You
Mm-hmm.
handled yourself like a real woman. You're like Trisha Yearwood. I'm a real live woman. I'm telling you, Kay.
Yep.
And I'll tell you something else. We're going to be shocked at that trial. There's going to things that's going to come out in that trial, but I know if anybody can handle it, you can. And so can Larry, and so can Crusher and the rest of y'all's family.
Yeah. It's so, she said, you're a doll, KJ. You're embarrassing me. Well, don't be
Well,
embarrassed.
I'll tell you this, Kay. I
Take
don't
note.
lie and I don't put on airs and I don't try to toot anybody's horn. I just speak the truth the best of my ability. And the rest is opinion, but truth is truth. And you are a beautiful woman on the inside and out.
Everybody is, y'all are so nice. Thank you. And they're not saying it to be nice. They're saying it because that's what they see. And
That's
Larry,
right.
Larry's handsome. Yes. Thank you. Yep. Oh, thank you, Cunning. I mean, y'all are amazing. Y'all really are. Um, and I agree with GG Chronicles. I agree. Never was one way or the other on it until that happened, and I'm still just like, well, I really don't have a say so. But if it applied, like Rowan to you has said before, if any case deserved the death, or any people deserve the death penalty, it's these two. And I mean, I really agree with that. You know,
I agree with that, and I also agree that this if it's not life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty, I'm not going to be happy. But it's not for
mm,
me whether I'm happy or not. But I'm just letting you know my personal preference. But I will say this: there should be a message sent all over the world about this crazy stuff that these
mm-hmm.
people are doing out here in the world. I'm all for everyone believing what they want to believe, but when it
Right.
includes murdering people or hurting other
Mhm.
people,
I mean, something we got to rethink some things. You know, it's like you want to say you're off. You know, you went way off somewhere. Ugh, that's yeah. When people get hurt, then it's not fun. It's. I mean, your beliefs are your beliefs, but when they affect others around them, that's no. Go be happy. Divorce. You know, divorce like everybody else does.
well, the
You
good
know,
news is Lori sent the signal that with that little hair thing around her finger. She's not. She is in it. She's in it with Chad. And whether he
that's
wants to throw her under the bus or not is beside the point, because I've told y'all before and I'll tell you now, I don't give a damn if that man wants to throw her under the bus. Ain't nobody going to believe a word that damn
mm-mm.
man says. I mean, who wants to believe either one of them? I don't care if
Mhm.
they say, okay, I'm ready to spill the beans. Can
Well, and
anyone really believe? That's why I
it doesn't
believe
matter.
Larry said it didn't matter if they came out and told him, because I
Right.
think he knows deep down that they're not going to, it's never going to, the only way we're ever going to get the truth is through the evidence in the trial. That's
That's what's
it.
gonna talk. Right. That's when their stories are gonna really come out, you know? And that's part of this though. I've tried to bring the human side of them, to humanize them because I'm sure, you know, mom and them too. I just speak for myself. Um, I've had people whenever I've uploaded the video of Pawpaw and JJ on the bus, and I've had after Melanie Gibb came out with her extravaganza, um, and riding the circuit and everything, and just anyways, people were coming into the comments and saying, "Oh, I didn't know JJ could walk or talk." I mean, they thought he was like, I mean, it was nothing against them. It was just what their understanding, and I'm like, yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he was a special needs kid, but he wasn't. He was on the high end of it, you know. Um, and so that surprised me. It surprised me. But when you hear drug baby, drug baby, drug baby, and stuff like that, you know, And then when
Nobody
you
nobody
see the
listen to
video,
that. When she says
right?
things like that, or Melanie Gibb or Lori or any of them say that, say derogatory stuff about Tylee or JJ. Nobody lets everyone knows that goes in one ear and out the other one. Everyone has a heart enough to know those children were special and loved.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you something right now. They
Yeah.
really, really messed with God Almighty when they did what they did. That's
And they
just
mess
what
with the
I'm
wrong
saying.
damn family. I'll tell you that. They mess with the wrong damn family. You know, my mom, she's not someone who you can't really run over her. That's what I'm saying. You know, um, but that's something that I admire in my mom. She's not a pushover. You know, I mean, she has a mind of her own and she uses it a lot. Sometimes she's my mom, but I mean, she's not a pushover, and I don't know where Lori, in her mind of mindlessness, I mean, I just don't even understand. But
Cunning linguist, when you say I think Chad threw in the towel immediately, the only one married to Lori because he done left her in the past to save his own butt. Let me tell you something. From the day she got arrested, he
Mhm.
could have immediately went to police and said, I don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
But
My
he
mom
went
and
to her.
them said with him. My mom and Larry put mom and them. Mom and Larry put out statements on Facebook. She knew, you know, it would get to Chad, you know, and they pled with him, grandparent to grandparent, person to human to human, you know, like, come on, you're next, you're gonna be next. Um, she's, you know, sleeping with one eye open, and you know, just trying to reason with people who are not within reason, you know.
Chad, as soon as Lori was arrested, Chad continued all the way up till June when the children were found. He was trying to get a slab on his property. He was avoiding people. He knew what was going on the whole time, and he was the one. Remember, Rob Woods told Summer Shiflett Chad talked her out of talking to police. That's what Rob Woods said in that recording from that Slimy Garrett attorney. What I'm telling
Yeah.
you is Chad is, if anyone thinks that Chad's going to get out of this, Chad is knee deep, and it isn't because he's the mastermind.
Because they got
No,
caught.
him and Lori both were even Steven. Even
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah. Yeah. I typed in the chat too. I put James, somebody put James the Just, and I'm like, James the Lust. Just saying, loin fire, you know. Bo Peep
Kay,
says,
Kay Woodcock says she knew I wouldn't lay down for this. I would never have stopped until I had answers. And Kay, I'm telling you, when your brother was murdered, that from that moment on, she was running. She was running from you, and she was running from what she was doing. And I'm
yeah,
telling you, everyone thinks it was about Kay and Larry doing the child welfare check where they became the heroes and all this. No, they were the heroes from day one when Charles was taken out. Kay did
yeah.
not stop,
You're
and
like,
neither did.
okay, you know that I mean, the first thing that went through my mind, the very first thought was that rage. When I heard Uncle Charles was dead, I mean, it was rage. I've never done that before. And immediately I was like, murdered. He was ambushed, you know? Oh my God. You know, there was just no doubt in my mind. And I think a lot of my family members have expressed the same thing. And
Well, I
it's,
wouldn't have wanted to be there
that's when
when
you're like,
you
oh
when
crap.
when you found out, Crescia, that your uncle had been murdered. I don't think I could even imagine. I've met you. I've gotten close with you in terms of getting to know you face to face and through social media. I don't think I could have handled seeing your reaction to that. I know, I mean, I can't even picture it. I just can't.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I don't know. It was just so, it plays in my mind. You know, but it was just the weirdest thing. It was
And
just the weirdest.
his brothers, I mean, they
Yeah.
must have did
And I
they
mean,
know
like,
of it?
yes, yes. I mean, everybody has expressed that. Everybody somewhere or another has said, ambush, that it was not self-defense. Everybody. I mean, you even have people, Dateline, and all these people and stations and everybody always says the same thing with Charles, as far as, if Charles would have hit him, he was a ball player, but he was a strong man, and he just wasn't a pushover, but he wasn't like a aggressive guy. Whatever, would have, if Charles would have hit Alex, he wouldn't have a damn head, right? It'd still be turning. But I mean, you're 10 times stronger in that situation. When all that adrenaline's pumping, you're 10 times stronger. And I don't know. I never saw it. I'm just like, no, it wasn't self-defense. I was set up. And I mean, as we come to learn it, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is.
I'm watching here in the chat. Kay was talking about that Lori wouldn't talk to her, and then everyone's talking back and forth. And Diana W makes a great point. More proof to me that she didn't believe it herself, because honestly, if she'd have believed it, she'd have been telling Kay or anyone else. But
right.
It's really absolutely a great point, Diana W.
Yep. Now, like Jen Moore too. Jen Moore, everybody, yeah. Y'all, we don't buy it, nobody here. We're not. I'm not smelling what she's stepping in. I don't think she is either, and so I agree with that also.
Are you saying that she's pooped in her own shoe, Crescia? Has Lori pooped in her own shoe?
She can do whatever she got to do with that poop. It's just always going to be there to remind her. Another thing is, I can't stand about what she's done. I mean, and I know it's probably nothing, and until it happens. I've never thought about it before until it happened. But when Lori, came out with her testimony about, if he comes at you once, if he comes at you twice, if he comes at you, justifying murder, and she talks about going upstairs, and she's not a technical person, and she basically logged on to a family registry, like a genealogy, ancestry.com or something. And she said, I went upstairs to take a bath. When I came down, there were 9 names. And it's because her husband, which was Charles at the time, his family ain't, his family, which is my family, okay, which is my mom, which is our family. It's just another thing to feel what is violated. I feel violated with the fact that, I mean, they used the genealogy of my family lineage, to then rate and wipe out members of my family. And so that's just a weird feeling, and I don't really know how to explain it, but it just I feel very pissed off about that. And I don't know if y'all can just kind of put yourself in that situation, and just how would you feel? Like, it just, I don't like it. And I mean, I believe, I don't know, just the whole energy thing, it just trips me out. There's when we pray to God, that's a positive thing. When others are praying to not God, then that's a whole nother thing, right? So what's the difference in praying for good and praying for bad? A big difference, right? Good and evil. And so when somebody is thinking bad things for your family, in their place of worship, conspiring there, in my opinion, that's conspiracy right there. Zalima and Lori, and all of them holding hands in the damn temple. That bothers me. And I it's the First Amendment, so I can't just go crashing up in there, but there's got to be some way to get even.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I tell you, you're, for you to say that bothers you and it upsets you and it makes you feel like, it
because
does.
They're alive. They're alive.
But let me tell you something. If you really think about it, we all know how evil they are. So we know that they're going to fight against what? They're going to
Wait,
fight against they're going to fight against good.
yeah.
And you are good and your family's good, and that's why they targeted y'all.
I can
I
go good
mean,
to hood real quick though. Joking. Anyways, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I know what side I'm fighting for. Um, I have no doubt in that. And yeah, it's just because I remember texting mom and I asked her what my great grandfather's parents' names were because, in our family lineage is out for everybody to see, you know, but it was so ironic. This just blows my mind as to how things work and timing and things like that. And I asked my mom about my great grandfather's parents' names, but he was adopted. So I like to also prove Chad wrong, which I know is wrong, but I just like those, aha moments, like, haha, you know, it, it, he's so lazy. He's so lazy that he couldn't even do the work because JJ was adopted. He didn't have Mandy's lineage, he didn't factor in adoption and things like that and how, things. So it just is another like, ugh, I just can't stand them. But it's just another way to just be like, oh, you're not as smart as you think you are, Chad. Um, but so I text my mom and I asked her about that, and I don't know where she was. I really don't. I still don't know if Lori sent the screenshots to my mom or if my mom was, helping Uncle. I don't even remember when this happened. It was 2018 though. And so mom sent me 3 screenshots and it's like somebody took a picture, of the computer screen. And it's a Mac computer. Well, the other day or a while back, a couple weeks ago, I was going through my Google Drive and I on accident held the photo down and it was a live photo. There were 3 live photos and I was like, oh God, so, and you can hear like Lori and, oh, it's, whenever I asked you about, who, my great grandfather, Vallow, when I asked you about who his parents were, and you said, oh, you said something about like Lori is really into that genealogy and stuff. And then I remember getting those 3 screenshots. And it freaked me out though when you know how you, on an Apple phone for sure. I don't know about anybody else, but you hold it down and it's a live photo. So it'll do like a second or 2 or however many. And I was just like, oh crap, I didn't know that I had those and they were live photos. And so just looking back and seeing the date. Oh yeah, I remember the date now. I think it was in May of 2018. Okay. I've been wanting to ask you that and I forget. So thank you. Yeah. So I'd asked mom about, my great grandfather's parents because he was adopted. And so that I'm very sentimental and I don't know. That's what I was doing before all this happened. And so I was kind of looking into ancestry.com. I have more of my dad's side, but not so much of my mom's side. Not all the way like Chad did, you know. But it's so crazy because at the same time, I asked mom about it. She obviously asked Uncle Charles to send those to her for me. You know what I'm saying? And so at the same time, that's what Lori I guess, allegedly sending to Chad. At the same, I don't know if that makes sense. I know I talked all the way around that, but it's hard to really. I asked for the lineage, mom asked Charles. Charles got it from Lori's work and Chad's work from their computer. So is that the same list or, the genealogy of my family that they use to then make a hit list? That's what I'm saying.
well, it wouldn't have mattered if it was a factual lineage list, heritage list, whatever you want to call it. they would have turned it into a bunch of crap anyway, because if you
Good
didn't
to
agree with them, if you didn't go along with them, if you
You're
weren't
dark.
on board with them, you were a dark cane, you were a zombie, you were whatever you was, or she'd walk away. If you didn't believe she was a goddess, then she didn't want you in the picture. She wanted
Right.
everyone to bow down to her, and now all she's got now is a jail cell. And I hope that maybe one day somebody will bow down to her in the dang prison system.
Yep. That's it. She just, yep, that's it. Um, she never gets to be free again. I don't really don't think she was ever free. This woman is just a ticking time bomb. Like she says, she said it best. She roasted her own damn self. I mean, it just, I don't know. It's like what,
If you wasn't stroking their egos, then they didn't
right.
want nothing to do with you. They wanted people that were weak minded enough that would believe in their crap. And I'll tell you something else. This Melanie Gibb, she's going to eventually get hers one way or the other. It's all what comes around goes around.
And then comes
I'm
back
telling
around.
you
Yep.
now that of all of them, even over Zulema, I think Melanie Gibb is diabolical. I
I
just
do
do.
too. I do too. How many of you guys think that also? Um, I know a lot of people bought on to what Melanie gave, and I was also grateful for her coming forward until I really found out why. And I mean,
You
then I
had
was like,
to,
nope,
Tricia.
it was, yeah, nobody does it on their own integrity. It's not to be a good person. It's because, oh crap, um, I'm kind of in a pickle, and so I should have never said pickle.
And she's lying by omission. She's not telling the whole truth.
Nope, but you
She's
get it every bit when I can't recall, and all that stuff. And she's so and basically fishing. She's on a fishing expedition, if you will, with the Rexburg detectives in that body cam video or whatever of Melanie Gibb with them. And she's basically, when Ray Hermosillo is like, hey, well, there's some text, that you sent out the day that y'all left, you know, or while actually that night, September 22nd, I'm getting JJ back down, back to sleep or whatever the Lori thing was, to Melanie Gibb. And I mean, why are you texting somebody if they're right there, you know? And then they have it, but she's sitting there fishing with them, trying to see what they have. And then she realizes what they have, and then he's like, "Oh, why'd you call her mom?" or whatever the hell. I was just like, "Oh Lord."
Yeah, well, from day one, 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, when I opened up that channel, there were actually people within the first 6 months that stopped being on the channel or said
Yeah,
derogatory things to me because they were all, oh, Melanie Gibbs a state witness and
yeah.
Melanie Gibbs a good person. And I'm like, no, she isn't.
She's mixed up with these people. She's not. I mean, I get it if you're accidentally caught up in it, kind of like Zach Cox. That's where I see that. He kind of got caught in the crosshairs. He's young, and I mean, it's kind of an odd situation, an odd position to be put into as that dynamic. I mean, I would feel weird if things were happening. I don't want to be in between anybody's nothing, especially their relationship or anything. No, thank you.
Tom Vaughn says Melanie Gibbs is going to find out karma does not play.
It does not.
It does
I agree,
not
Mr.
play.
Tom. It doesn't play. I get insta karma, and I wish that other people would get insta karma. But maybe we should add a popcorn pack to the to the um Jill kid. But then again, I
Good
mean,
night,
because
Kay.
night, mom, love you, and Larry, and I'll have a good night. Um, yeah, the weird mom says, "Oh, I hit Jennifer instead." Well, she loves you, Mama Kay. um, I keep going and it runs away from me. Let me try again. Let me find it. Weird mom, where are you at? There you are. Okay, Melanie thinks she's brilliant enough to play both sides. She's a fool for both. Right. And David Warwick, I mean, I just don't get it. He don't fool me. They creep me out. I don't trust nothing about them. Nothing. No, it's like I said, it's like trying to pick up a piece of poop from the clean end. You're gonna get your hands dirty. You can't
Are
polish a
we are
turd.
we talking about Lori's log of doo doo?
Yeah,
Can she
Tootsie
have to
Roll.
pick up her poo poo off the floor of the cell?
Yeah, Chad's just gonna get cream of some young guy. That was a joke. Cream of some young guy. That was from Wayne's World. You get it? Cream of some young guy. Anyways, it could be old. I don't care.
Lori had cream of corn for supper, y'all. You know corn doesn't
Mm-mm-mm.
digest.
Right? Yeah, yeah. She is. She's a hot mess. And
Lori too.
you would think that her attorneys would be like, "Hey, can you at least try?"
Hey,
I
Cresha,
Yes.
I have to say this, and I just need your response to this. When Lori was leaving the courthouse, when Nate was getting her coming out and he said, Lori,
Mhm.
house court or whatever, I would have given Aaron anything in the world if he'd have said, Lori, where are the kids? Where are the kids? Or
Yeah.
Lori, did you know JJ and Tylee are up in the state
In the
lab
morgue.
up there?
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
loved for someone to yell that out. Lori,
Well,
your kids are not buried or
maybe he'll
something.
hear this. Yeah, just that reality is smack her with reality.
Somebody
And
should have
she
done it.
already despises him because of, you know, he went and peed on her parade. And she's like, "That's great. But I get it and I agree. Maybe he'll hear this and maybe somebody will pass it on to him. Uh it would be interesting to see her face. I loved whenever when we went in April 19th or whatever. Um but we had already left, I guess, and they got him coming out. Chad came out and then Lori came out separately with their bulletproof vest on and everything, their accessories. And the girl who works for East Idaho News, and she's like, Chad, do you still love Lori? Lori, do you still love Chad? I love it. I love it.
Oh my
You know,
goodness.
it's just that was a good question. That's perfect right there. Just a thought provoking question.
Well, Kathy's reminding us we need to do the winner of the kit's name soon, my love. Just
Yes,
a
we do.
reminder.
Yes, we do. So, some of you guys went to KJ's community wall and left your suggestions for what to name the Lori Daybell court kit. And I'm gonna go back to I gotta go back to my screen real quick. I'm having to do two things at once. Oh my gosh. And so basically, um, we're gonna name this kit and we're gonna make it up. It's a novelty item, it's just for entertainment purposes only. Okay. And unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to ship outside of the US because it's really expensive. So I know you guys really understand. um, and so it's going to be something to the effect of what I have displayed on the screen. Look, there's 144 people in here. Just saying. I think it's funny. Um, so I'm going to read some comments. Mark McGarry has said, let me get back here and
Because
put the camera
this is Name the Lori Daybell Trial Court Kit.
back. Thank you. And so it's just for fun. And you'll win a mug, a difficult research mug, and bragging rights. So there's that. I mean, I think it's really cool and it's a good way for us to all participate. So Mark McGarry says, not a zombie, Chad. That's what he would name it. And I'll read the rest of his. It's about somebody missing in Salt Lake City. So, but I'm gonna keep this up. Valerie Moore, she was just throwing them out there, and she says the zombie scale of the goddess kit, the portal kit to Loinfire's closet, the pendulum swings to their gallows, to their wait. I don't know if it means she meant Vallows or gallows. I'm gonna just read it as it says. The pendulum swings to their gallows kit. The king and queen of the great deceivers kit. She was getting them in. The king and queen of the deceivers kit. Okay. A full guide to twisted faith, murder, and fraud. The complete kit to who's the next zombie. The how to smile and pretend you're not on death row kit. A goddess's guide to believing your role playing kit. Valerie Moore, that was good. All of them. And I feel you. Within Reason says, disclaimer, does not include letter opener. Vivian Lundgren says, with all her BS, smiling at critical times and lying, I can having your own. Oh, nothing to see here, kid. Nothing to see here, right? I get it. Jennifer, one of our mods, says the core whore kit, which is very precise, you know? And it is. She is the Antichrist. She's Antichrist. She does not represent Christ. She's opposite. So there's that. And core whore would forever change my life. Like that word. I was just like, Jason, I'd call him a core whore. I'm like, core whore. After that. Anyways. And, Nathan Tibbs says, how to murder for hire kit. Linda Canil says, I put on your community wall. Okay, here goes my entry. It's my party kit. She always acts like the center of attention, had a party after Charles was gone. Right. And Chelsea says, I didn't participate, but I go with the doomsday prep kit. Right. Prep for preparing a prisoner. Then KJ says the cult queen kit. You know? Lori Lala kit is what Aisha Malik said. Martha Alford said chin horror murder kit. Little Brands, you cracked me up. Okay. Core horse tuna wallet. Sorry, laugh out loud. Anyways, tuna wallet.
Tuna wallet.
A tuna wallet. Okay, Maria P says evil, greedy, murderous monster kit. Right. T.S. Jackson 72. Yeah. Oh my gosh. She says God, and I kind of like this one. Godless goddess kit. Or I'll never have a steak again. Clutch. I get it now. She definitely won't have any tube steak.
Oh,
Yeah. See, I'm bad. Okay, let me continue. Bernadette says the super duper that reminds me of Eric Smith. Super duper heaven. The super duper translated Black Widow child murder Kool-Aid lipstick kit. Well, that's a mouthful. Another thing they won't get. Chad will get a mouthful. Anyways, Jennifer Rude says prison bound, no portal required kit. Joe Lord says core whore Jolly Rancher Red Zombie Croak kit. The portal ones were good. Laugh out loud. This is Lil Brands she cracks me up, man. So Lil Brand said, just call it her hoe bag. That will suffice. Then one day we can say hoe down. I'm gonna just throw that one in because she's gonna go down.
She's a hoe. Right?
And she is. She's Lori Ho. So just call it her hoe bag. That will suffice. Oh my God. That one's my favorite one thus far. Kinda. Bonnie Shaw says Supreme Glam Kit for translated beings. Person of Interest says Lore Whore Core Whore Kit of crap. Amazing Lynn says the Portal Potty Starter Kit. Okie Dokie says how to get killer looks kit. I like that one too. I do. I like that one too. Oh my goodness. And then Jennifer Eslinger, or I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna butcher it. Drop Dead Gorgeous Behind Bars Boost Kit. Mark McGarry. Okay, he was talking about that. I want to share that. Maybe I can share it in the description box. Linda Canils. Oh my gosh, I did it twice. Is that it? Okay. No, I might have read these already. I just got a new printer. In my settings, I don't put the page number on there. So, Ron, did I do Ron Hensley? She said, thanks for the post, KJ. Rid the world of Lori Kit. Diana W says, Core Horror's $1 million cult kit. Carla says, how to manipulate the world kit. Right? How to woe a Chud Chin's loin fire kit. That's some tongue twister. It's hard to say. I'm not one to say loin fire. It just does not roll off my tongue. It's weird. Loin fire. He would say loins. Gross. Maria P. Loin fire queen kit. Eleanor Brown. Loin fire, greed, and lust. I already did that one. I like this one too. Bev's playlist says 144,000 ways to prison. And Jean Panek says the queen of the 144,000 cult kit. Yeah, some of them are okay. I printed and I ran out of papers and I printed again. So yeah. Wow. I mean, it cracked me up earlier. And so I love the laughs. I mean, thank y'all just for those. Mark McGarry said, I don't know if I said it already. Chadnick next kit. You know? And yeah, I've read them backwards because here's where you put the post, you know. That's the last page. So I need to set my printer up where it does that right. So I don't know. What do y'all think? They're all good. And we're gonna do some more stuff though. You know, it's good. And it's a good vent. And it's good to just grab a laugh off of it and from it and just get back on track, you know. Not that we're off track, but just realign. Amusement. This is a month of amusement, right, KJ?
Yes, ma'am.
So
I'm just glad you were able to pick up the steam on that because I hadn't done a very good job on KJ and the Ray. I've tried, but
you're great. You
it's
always
been
do
hard.
great. It has. It is.
It must be amusing to people to see old country girl get on there and lose my damn mind, but you know, that's cool. I can handle that. That
Yeah.
right there. I have a little comfort in that anyway. But who do you
Yeah.
think? Who do you think won?
I mean, I'm really torn between oh, and I didn't mark them or anything because I really like the hoe bag. I really do. I mean, it's just Lori Daybell and the cult kit, all that. It's already a mouthful, right?
The
And so
hoe
it
bag.
sums it up. It's like the we can call it the trial hoe bag or something. I don't know.
The
So
hoe
either
bag.
that
She
one,
is a hoe.
right? She's oh, Laura whore. We already say Laura whore, you know. And the other one was Okie Dokies. I liked Okie Dokies also, but I mean, whatever you guys, you know.
Well,
I
it's
don't
up
know.
to you. It's you. You're the one that's got to pick the winner.
I guess because I'm holding it. Let's see. Was it how to get killer looks kit? That was Okie Dokies, and then the other one, I still like Core Horse tuna wallet. I just can't. I can't, you know, represent that though, because it's inspired by Lori Daybell.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'll
um,
tell you what. All of them were great entries.
they
Every
were.
one of them. But
Uh,
you've got to make up. You got to make the
I'm,
decision.
let's go with Lil Brands. I really
All
like it.
right, little
It's just
brands.
it's concise and it says everything. It's a hoe bag,
Little
you
brands
know?
won.
Yeah. So
Where are you
um
at, little brands? You still on here?
she better be. No. I get it. But I mean, yeah, just the comments, just to laugh, just to blow off some steam. Um read it again. Let's see. It's just a hoe bag kit. Hoe bag kit. It'll be Lori Daybell hoe bag. trial kit or whatever.
Or do you spell it HOE or
She put
HO?
HO, but yeah, let's just do the HO, and it's not the uh cuss word. You know what I mean? HOE would be the. I don't know. What do y'all think? HO or HOE or not? I don't know. But we got to go with it because I already made a decision. She spelled it HO, a hoe bag. That will
Well,
suffice.
I hope Little Brands, somebody will let Little Brands know if Little Brands ain't on here.
I'll let
You
her know.
won.
She's on Patreon. She joined Patreon. Um, so thank you, and thank you, Okie Dokie. Also, and there's another one I don't remember though.
All of them were great.
Yes. Just I appreciate everything. Just you guys being here. The hoe bag kit. I love it. I do. The way she
I
said
do.
it.
I think it's perfect. It sums
It-
up. It sums up a woman who needs to stock up on 2x4s if she's gonna, ever have Chad
Mhm.
ever. Well, Chad ain't never gonna be there, but if she definitely needed 2x4s because she is the black hole. But and I don't mean that in a racial way. I'm talking about the movie The Black Hole. I'm telling you, the woman's if she was to do the split, she'd stick to the floor.
Who's picturing an algae eater right now? I just did. When they suck the glass in. Anyways, sorry. You said she's doing the splits.
Well, she was a cheerleader,
Like I
Krisha.
said, I can be really inappropriate, so I'm really trying. But I'm like doggy paddling really fast. Huda. Now that sounds like some Louisiana stuff right there. Huda hoe bag.
Who'd
Yeah,
go back?
yeah, and
Uh,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like it. I do. So we'll get with Lil Brands and we'll get her address, her shipping. Oh, she's in Canada. Damn it. We'll figure it out. Um, yeah, I've mailed her stuff before, but anyways, and then what we're gonna do for like what KJ was suggesting or offering was her art. What I'll do is there is a name generator that you can put onto StreamYard, right? And it'll just pick. It picks like you would just have to put a keyword or whatever, a hashtag or whatever, and you announce it during the live stream, and then it just does it on its own, so nobody has to make a decision. That's hard. It's hard, and
it
so
is. All of our people, all the subscribers are
yeah,
winners to me. But
they are. I mean, we make the world go round, and I love it. I love it, and I love you guys. Thank y'all for being here. I know I got a little serious sometimes, but it's still good to vent though and go through these things. Um, it's difficult research all day long. I don't care. It's not easy. So, but it's worth it. And you guys help. Y'all help so much. It just I wish I could pay it back. Um, you know, where I knew and I could see it. And I think that's what we do here. We just help one another out. We should give her some Bondo, huh? I always think of Bondo. Mm.
well, I want everybody to know how much I love all of y'all. Thank y'all all for
Mhm.
everything that y'all do for Crescia and for all of us to get justice through understanding. I really am so blessed that I know so many wonderful people.
Yeah. Y'all
And
are
thank y'all
amazing.
for putting up with my foul language and my nasty comments.
Right. We need one of those bleepers. Bleep, 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 bleep. I swear. For me too. I'm horrible. So I'm trying. It's a work in progress, right?
You do great. You do great, Crescia. You really are. You're definitely a lot more controlled than I could be. I'm a
Well,
I'm a scatterbrain, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get justice through understanding.
I
Y'all don't
appreciate that.
forget we got Ray Room on Thursday too.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be talking about something that I hadn't talked about before. How about that? Y'all ready to hear something you ain't never heard before?
Oh Lord. I'm gonna everybody say, your prayers before you go. I'm joking. All right. Well, I love you guys, and well, love always wins. And yours. What do we got to
Oh,
do, KJ?
yeah. Keep on looking.
Oh.